We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Ready up. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Barton. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Operating from the gun, Barton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The Giants sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Opening drive, INT.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Texans 7, Giants nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys
I like
in the
that.
circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
It's caught inside the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Again, it's Henderson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Barton. And Walker has it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they've rushed the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback. Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Another miss.
Still on his feet. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barton. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That one finds Hyatt, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Again, it's Henderson. A beautiful fake. Powers through him. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. On his his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Barton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5. What does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Henderson running straight ahead. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. From 4 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Set go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Texans 42, Giants 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Man, 188 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run once more with Henderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Henderson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Quick slant caught by Chase. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the handoff, Henderson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On the carry is Henderson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to go up top again. And this throw will be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 247 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Right back to him on 1st down. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They run the toss with Henderson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Here's Henderson. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, here's Henderson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They run with Henderson. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, they're first. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Running left is Henderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Hey, check that. Street.
This is Henderson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Garner. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 3rd and 9 here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready? Dragon 60. Hup.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are. But the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You